everyone. We'll just wait for the presentation to come up. Yeah, today we will see how we really do a smart product development in an accelerated manner. I'm from SAP, doing a product owner, playing a role of a product owner on edge computing. We have our own suite of IoT foundations and other applications. However, today's focus would not be on SAP products or anything as such. It would be on a generic way of developing smart products. So today we would cover a small introduction about what exactly is IoT and also have a brief about Industry 4.0 and look into the challenges that a partner or a customer would face and also the design principles around the IoT and Industry 4.0 solutions and touch upon the role of open source. And here we would see how we could use open source hardware and software and come up also with a hybrid sort of a solution and do the needful and generate value for our customers. In the journey of technology, you could see that in 1960s to 1980s, it was an era of mainframe PCs as such. It was always, it's always an evolution that has happened over the period of time. We have been taking up the, I can't move out of this, okay. Okay, we have technologies that have enabled the transitions as such from the mainframe to that of the client and server, wherein the internet boost had happened. We had ERP systems enabling these things, and then came an era of mobile data and cloud computing. And with the mobile data and cloud computing, the era of big data was seen everywhere. And today is the era of intelligent enterprise. What do you mean by intelligent enterprise? This focuses mainly on machine learning, enabling IoT and distributed computing, and ensuring that the learning happens automatically. And you see that the business, when meets with IoTized data, can really add value to your environment as such. We have seen many use cases of smart cities, smart computing, connected products, connected goods, etc. These are the sample examples of intelligent technologies as such. When we talk about today's era, it's not about best practices, it's about next practices. What do we really mean? The focus now is on three basic capabilities. One is the visibility, second, the focus, and third is the agility. When I say visibility, it is the ability to collect all the data that we get. We have huge amount of data that we gather, which has been gathering over a decades of time. But we were not able to realize and see how exactly these collected data could add value to the environment or the landscape that we are in. By providing a visibility to the data itself is a huge value add. What is the outcome of this? We can do more from less. We can empower the people with the information that they have generated in the due course of the process. Second is the focus. We basically ensure we can just have a focus on a particular field and ensure that the needful is done for that particular field by getting the insights of the business context plus IoTized data in this forum. By this, we can drive the customer satisfaction. And also, these have all enabled us to get into the venture of new business models. I mean, before it was always a product that was sold. Now the services are sold. Now the outcome of the services are also sold. Say for instance, if I see the model years ago, it was a commodity that used to go to the end user and the end user used to pay for that commodity. Now, in a few decades before, it was SaaS applications, wherein you were giving a service as a platform. Now it is an era where you pay for the outcome. There are examples of IoT playing a major role here. Say for instance, you have the bubble wrap which comes along with your Amazon package. And there are industries that are growing upon the development of those bubble wraps. And the machineries that are used for preparing such bubble wraps sell not the machinery, but the outcome of the machinery, basically the bubble wrap. How much of bubble wraps are being able to be manufactured and sold to the customer. Thus ensuring the IoTization, adding a new value and a new dimension to the business model that we have today. And just to emphasize more on this IoT, we see that there are around 1 trillion sensors that we could probably see by 2030. And most of the actions that we do would be either by image recognition, or speech recognition, or voice recognition. And the accuracy in which this is happening is at 99%. And it is also said that around 20% of the command has been taken right now. You can see it in Amazon Alexa, wherein most of the commands are being provided and the needful action is being carried out. And this is just not a trend. This is not something that has happened over a period of time. This trend would continue to happen, and most probably it would not be a button click. Henceforth, it would be a vocal commands that are being given. Also, the speed at which the analytics is happening is 30 folds more. I mean, it is expected to be 30 folds more by 2030 as such, which means the computing power is, we have enough hardware capacities which enables the computing power to raise up to that manner. And also, we know the connected cars now, which basically means most of the cars and most of the vehicles that you have out in the road has many sensors in it. And the sensor data is something that everybody are now leveraging, be it BMW or Honda or even Maruti, for that instance, are trying to collect these sort of sensor data. And we have smartphones, and these smartphones itself is a IoT device that we carry along with. And we, in future, by 2020, we are expecting around 20 billion smartphones out there, collecting most of this sensor information. And it would not be Internet of Things, but it would be Internet of Everything, for that matter. And the business that we are trying to target is around 14.4 trillion